Admittedly, this week wasn't too interesting, but it doesn't matter because the show must go on. And this week, we are joined by special guest Christopher Johnson, my personal friend, to discuss the game. This is NSBD. This picture wasn't exactly like the most interesting thing in the world. I mean, what do you have to say about it?
I like it. Now, there's another picture that I have that agrees with what I'm going to say here. But it's obvious that Little Mac is based on the ground.
Yeah.
And a little theory I have is that I kind of think there's going to be a newcomer, or they may take a veteran and redo them and have one that pretty much only relies on the air.
Oh yeah, like Pit or something, right? Even though Pit, I think they've redone him to have more of his like Kid Icarus Uprising weapons.
I was more thinking of Ridley, but yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, Ridley in the air, that'd be really cool.
It would.
But like focusing on the pictures themselves, I mean, they weren't really anything new. I mean, we like the stuff that he told us, like how he can deliver solid punches and like the airborne stuff, we could already tell from the trailer. Like, so I kind of found it like kind of like a waste of time, you know? I just felt it was uninteresting since we could tell that from the trailer. But you have a point, like maybe if he's more ground-based, they'll make more of like an air-based thing, like Ridley or something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say. I figured the Monday's picture would be Little Mac. I just didn't think it'd be a rehash of what we already knew.
Yeah, speaking of rehashes, let's skip on to Thursday's picture, which also was about Little Mac. And I mean, wasn't this picture shown like already, or was it just in the trailer?
Well, the trailer was a little different. I mean, I don't think it was actually from the game, because they had those little hash lines and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But it's kind of interesting to see how small he is, because like I actually it's not that big of a deal, because in Brawl, like his assist trophy was pretty small, but it's just kind of interesting to play as like such a small character who's pretty powerful. Like as I said last week, I think he's gonna be like really fast and strong, which is something I'm looking forward to. Yeah.
Which, do we have that? I mean, do we have a character that is really strong but also fast?
Well, I think that's what they're kind of doing with Bowser in a way. Like, they made him faster, but like, he's also strong. But like, when he like attacks, it gives him weak points and stuff. With Little Mac, it's a bit different though, because it's more like he's gonna be really powerful on the ground, but like, he'll have serious disadvantages when it comes to being knocked off the stage and whatnot. Which is kind of a cool balance if you ask me, because it's more of like a, like, you have to just be careful with what, like if you screw up one time, you're done. You won't be able to like recover. So Tuesday's picture is actually pretty interesting. It's probably like the only picture this week that's actually kind of something new. Like it's the bottle, which seems to be like, it seems to be replacing the heart container, you know? Because I
disagree.
What do you mean?
Well, the heart container would only do 100, and they may replace it, but it seems like this fairy bottle does more than 100. It's like a better heart container.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. So you're saying we're gonna have 3 recovery items now, the Maxim Tomato and 2 Zelda items? That feels kind of redundant, you know?
Well, that's what I was mean when I said they may replace it.
Yeah.
I've heard a good theory that something they could do to replace it is use like a Metroid, one of those energy health capsules from Metroid. They work just like the heart containers during the Zelda games.
Yeah, but still, kind of 3 recovery items, 4 if you include the food. That seems kind of a bit like, just like, repetitive.
Not if they're extremely ultra rare.
Yeah, that's, wait, do items have frequency like things, or do they all have the same chances of appearing?
Well, I'm sure that's something they could integrate in the new game.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be. I've always wanted a way to like customize like how often items appear. I can make Smash Balls appear really often, and make like something boring and useless like the spring appear like maybe like once every 5 minutes. So yeah, like I guess they could do that, like make like the fairy bottle like appear rare. It'd still be kind of cheap though, you know? It's like, yo, you're at 200% health. Oop, no, back to 0. It feels kind of cheap.
I like how this is a 3D World reference.
So yeah, how's it a 3D World reference?
How they made it look like Bowser's trying to grab that fairy and Mario set in and all that.
Oh, true. I didn't think of it like that. But it's completely different. Bowser's grabbing a fairy. 3D World, he grabs Sprixies. Completely different things, Chris.
I've never played it, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
But one thing I would, but maybe this is a kind of a sign there won't be a 3D World stage.
Well, there's already a 3D Land stage, like for the 3DS. So having a 3D World stage would be kind of redundant, you know?
Yeah, maybe so.
Plus, we've already had like 3 Mario stages confirmed. Like we have the Galaxy one, but yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know what's with Sakurai and constantly giving us pictures about the Nintendog stage. I mean, who cares? It's Nintendogs. I mean, we already knew that the Nintendogs are gonna be huge from the trailer. This is another example of like showing us a picture of something we already knew.
Yes, it is. But once again, I almost mentioned this in the Little Mac Samus picture, but I didn't. He's really going on about these sizes. And then showing Samus again. And, you know, the biggest thing about Ridley, I don't know why I'm going back to this thing, is that he's too big.
Yeah, but it says right here, the Smash Bros. Series doesn't always stay true to scale. But yeah, that's right. He could be foreshadowing having like more like giant characters be part of it. Yeah, I didn't think of it like that. Like with the size thing and the Nintendo thing, it could be foreshadowing for like a bigger character to come, like Ridley, for example.
Yeah, and then showing Metroid again for no reason at all.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. But that was from the trailer though, like showing Samus and Little
Mac. Yeah, true, but maybe it's because I've wanted Ridley since Brawl was announced.
I think everyone's wanted Ridley since Brawl's been announced.
Not everyone.
Yeah, but still, back to the stage. Like, I wonder if the Nintendog is just in the background, or it's actually gonna like attack people, and you have to dodge it and stuff.
Yeah, I doubt it's good. It may move the blocks around, but I doubt it's gonna actually attack people.
Yeah, that's true. It may just move the stage around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause it's a puppy. Puppies would rather play than fight.
Yeah, that's true. But it could be like it could be like the Bulborb in the. Wait, is in the Pikmin stage in Brawl, does a Bulborb attack? I forgot.
It just comes onto the stage and eats you if you're...
Right, but it could just be like
land in his mouth.
It could just be like the puppy's just walking around, and then like it could accidentally hit the characters or something, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that could happen.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to Friday's picture. Okay, so moving on to Friday's picture. I expected this to come last week, but I guess they wanted to focus on Little Mac instead. But with Tropical Freeze out in the United States and Europe, they decided to reveal Diddy Kong, which isn't too much of a surprise.
No, but it's still awesome nonetheless.
Yeah, it is awesome. And like continuing with like what they're doing with like Lucario and Pit and Bowser, they're really focusing on like redoing the older characters to make them more interesting to use. Like, even though Diddy was strong as it is, I like how they're increasing his flexibility in order to do more damage. Because the problem I've had with Diddy Kong is like I've always never been able to hit from like a safe distance. I've always had to use the side B to get forward. So I'm glad they're like making him like more flexible. It seems like he's gonna be really fun to use this time around.
He's always been fun to use.
Yeah, but even more fun, because like, as I said, the frustrating thing about Diddy Kong and Brawl was that his low flexibility, so I'd have to get really close in order to do damage, but now it seems like... Yeah.
You know how I feel about Diddy Kong.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like you love Donkey Kong, right? So, yeah, I'm sure, like, you're glad that Diddy's back. I wonder if he'll have the same moves. Probably.
Well, the website I'm looking at, I can see in the pictures they released that he has all of his specials from Brawl.
Really?
The pictures they released, but the 6 pictures, but they didn't release the side B yet. So they may be changing the side B.
No, but that was so much fun. That was like my favorite move of Diddy Kong. Move. It was so much fun, like attaching to people's faces and start like attacking them and stuff.
I loved all of his moves. Even his B attack or his aerial.
Yeah, no, his aerial attack was fun. I loved the B move. It was the best.
No.
I mean the side B move, because you just attach to people's faces and be like, die!
I don't like it. It's weird.
I don't know, I found it cool. Wait, is this banana peel back? Because with tripping gone, are they still incorporating his banana peel?
Well, they did release a picture of Diddy Kong and a banana peel, but I mean, it could just be an item, and or maybe it is his down special. We don't know. It's not really clear on that.
Yeah, it'll probably just be his down special, and like tripping's gone at random, but you can still cause it from like banana peels and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems realistic.
I want Cranky Kong to be playable.
Yeah, a lot of people do. But Cranky Kong wasn't really, I don't know much about Donkey Kong, but Cranky Kong doesn't seem to be that important. He was just in Tropical Freeze.
He's actually very important in the Donkey Kong universe.
Yeah, what about, like, is there any other Kongs that are important, like Funky Kong or something?
Funky Kong, Dixie Kong.
Yeah, like Dixie Kong would probably be the most realistic new representative.
Yeah, probably so, but those are the 3 most important.
Alright, well, thank you for joining me this week, Chris. Maybe another week we'll have you on again.
Okay, maybe.
And I hope you all enjoyed this week's episode of NSDB with my special guest, Chris Johnson. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next week for more Smash News.